Okay, good morning, sophomores. What I'm going to show you today is how to take this kind of customized version of our class list put out by our admissions office. And these have every single student listed in the high school. And you're going to make a, excuse me, a randomized version of all of these students. You want to do about, I'd say 10 per grade level, randomized, and then you would go and survey those 10 students. So in order to do that, you need to use a randomizer, and I've got a nice, easy, free one to use that I'll put in the assignment link. But to get started with that, this list has the students in each grade level split up by homeroom, okay? And so if you look here, like there's Pastor Davison, Mr. Lilo, Mr. Lou, and you want to just copy. So I know you can't see that I'm copying them, but I did Command C, I copied it. And then you want to go to random.org. I'll put the link to this in the Teams assignment, and then you paste them in there. There they are. Now, that's obviously not all of them. That's just from Mr. Parsons' homeroom. So you would go back to the list then, and you would go down and start doing the ones in Pastor Davison's homeroom then too. And you basically just rinse and repeat this by grade. So you don't want to throw like all ninth grade in and then like a little bit of 10th grade or all of 10th grade or like 9th through 11th grade. You want to do it by grade. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what order they go in here. Let's do 9th grade C. Oops. Okay. We'll throw them in here. And then we got one more, and that is Mr. Liu's homeroom. So we will take these. This might be a tiny bit trickier on the iPad, but it's definitely been done before, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay, so let's put them in here. And that should be everybody in the freshman class. Now you would click randomize. It looks like there's a couple gaps in here, not that big of a deal. Wow, that is a big class. I didn't realize the freshman class was that big, to be completely honest. So now after that, you would take just the first 10 you get, because it's truly completely random. And so these would be the 10 freshmen then that you would end up surveying. Okay, you'd send the survey to these, so there'll be like a OneNote page or something like that to paste these into, or you can just highlight them because I'll be distributing that list to you individually. So you'd go back, highlight them on this list. That way you would know like what homeroom in there. And so I don't know any of the freshmen, unfortunately. This is gonna come back to bite me when I show them this video next year during sophomore English. Oops, I'm in 10th grade. That's part of the problem. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, Nicholas Cadena, he was one of the ones. So you would just go there and you would highlight him. Okay, that's just kind of for your own, like, keep track of like who you're surveying type thing. You would then go and do that by class. So then you'd go and do the same thing and take all 4 sophomore homerooms, put them into the randomizer, click randomize, and then off you would go. Okay, and then you would just go to Gmail and make sure when you do this in Gmail, you want to do BCC, blind carbon copy. You don't want to let everybody else know who you're sending this survey to. Okay, so just for, I was searching for the class list here.
I'm gonna put this in the cabinet.
Huh?
I'll put this in the cabinet.
Okay. So sorry. So just for posterity's sake, you would go here and click BCC. You do not want to like make it known who you're surveying. Okay. You cannot just survey or reveal who else is in your survey sample. That would also kind of ruin your data, if that makes sense. Okay. Hopefully that all makes sense. It should be relatively straightforward as to how you're doing that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me.